What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live. And today we're going to be doing a video about how to continue our progressive momentum in the world. So, I'm a young man and I'm sharing what's helping me throughout this life experience of just continuing momentum. So, what is momentum? Momentum is like a bowling ball. When you get the ball and you're rolling it down the lane, the alley, and it's picking up speed, and boom, it hits the pins and it goes out. Obviously, if we're gonna put out a whole lot of, if you really are harnessing the energy and channeling the energy, the speed will pick up and it'll continue to pick up because it's a sphere. Same thing with an avalanche. So when you see the snow in the mountains and the snow comes off and like it accumulates and it turns into a ball, and then the ball of snow from all the snow and everything, it just starts rolling down this long mountain and it's picking up more and 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 more snow, and that means the momentum is picking up. So we see this time and time again. I don't know the scientific equations of all this stuff, you know, all this physics and everything. I just am aware of it, of how it works. And I'm learning daily even further information about all this stuff. So basically, what I'm perceiving momentum and what mentors are sharing with me, with us, you know, is forward movement, is progressive movement, going up, forward, progressing, you know. And basically, how I say it with life is the best example for me to share personally is going vegan. So, for 2.5 years, 2 years, 6 months, 2 years, almost, and it's approaching 7 months, I'm a vegan. So, with that being said, I am undergoing dramatic changes throughout my body and my life, for the better. I'm losing all this dead weight. I'm getting rid of all the dead weight, all the fat, all the toxins, all the mucus, all the plaque, all the starch, you know, and just like transform. It's some deep stuff, y'all, for real. For so many years, we're like this, we're caved in, with from all the food and everything. We're just junked up, and basically what's happening is I'm finally just like that. Have y'all ever done that at the end of a day? A long, tiring day, whatever, and you just you breathe, you exhale, you know what I'm saying? You relax your shoulders. That's another thing about me. I love having my shoulders nice and relaxed. Chest arched out, my spine, you know, aligned and everything. Feels good. So that's basically what I'm going through. And through that whole process, like learning that we're literally celestial beings created from stardust, electrical beings, you know, and we're energetic, spiritual beings, you really start to deeply, intuitively start to understand this whole journey, voyage, process thing. Not like we know it all, but you just pick up on the information from the truthful, real, select few mentors that may be guiding us along our way. So I credit Dr. Sabi, I credit Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart, and I credit Mike Rashid as well for helping me along this voyage, helping us along this voyage, plant-based voyage. And there's some others as well, but those are like some of the main, that's like the main trio of brothers out there who really have helped out a lot, for real, for real. I've been plugged in, just focused, and now to the point where I'm just doing the authentic thing, with their encouragement, with their guidance. I'm doing it, my way, the way that God is ordaining to speak through me, the universe. and I'm just doing it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I learned that, especially being vegan, we're transforming our cells and everything. So that's why I got all deep about that, saying we're celestial star-based beings and everything. Like, you start unplugging, stuff. Like, for me personally, I was always working out, always in the gym, always exercising, lifting weights, bodybuilding, protein shakes, doing all this cardio, running, doing sit-ups, just in pain, just trying to have a six-pack, just trying to have a flat stomach, and none of it was working no matter what I was doing, And part of it, obviously, I didn't connect the dots, to adjust some nutritional aspects of my life until, a while ago. So that's when I start. That's when I've begun, you know, and now, I can see myself a lot more in tune, in harmony. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot more dense, a lot more deeper, depth. Sturdy, solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like an analogy, like, oh, would you rather be scared of a person who's doing like 10,000 punches every day, or someone doing, you know, one punch every day? You know what I'm saying? And like, don't get too serious about it, but y'all understand what I mean by that, you know? Anyways, I'm saying that like I've really transformed I'm transforming my cells and everything, to really heat up. You can feel it too. You know what I'm saying? You can feel it. Like, you just gotta know it. You know what I'm saying? This gets to a point with this whole connection where you just get to a point where there's nowhere looking out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta buck up and do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta buck up. Buck up. My pops used to say that all the time. But it's true. You know what I'm saying? And, we pick up the momentum. I'm picking up the momentum. And what's been helping me is, letting go of things that don't serve me. So that's, grudges, toxic relationships, people that don't serve me, instances that don't serve me. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. Nobody just says, oh, Men in Black type stuff. Oh, forget the past. That type of stuff. It's easier said than done. It's usually a healing process, a healing journey, a healing voyage to have a healthy coherency within ourselves, with the past and everything, so that we're very present, you know what I'm saying? So that if past ever comes up, it's reflective, it's reminiscent, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that we stay stuck on. It's something that we can learn from and appreciate as well, from time to time. And then the future, you know what? That's based on what we're doing now, you know what I'm saying? So the higher and higher we go with leveling up and advancing, then we can have a general mindset for the future. Like, for me personally, I'm inspired by my mentor, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, recommends, and Mike Rashid as well, recommends, about that one, you know what I'm saying, the key, whatever you want to call it, and it makes a lot of sense, and like just keeping what close to things that's closest to you, you know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is like, for me, I have keys and, I love vegan food, that's number one. I love herbs, that's number two. So this all plant life in general. So all any herb, you name it, I'm for it, and I'm looking to continue experimenting and learning and advancing and expanding with all the numerous of millions of types of herbs and plants there are. So I keep that alive. I keep being plant-based, in that vegan world alive for the next 10 years and so on. I keep being in a relationship, a loving relationship. I keep that alive, and I keep like just the mindset of being able to travel and to go in natural spaces, like just being out at the park, being in the sun, going to the beach, hiking, traveling, all of that. I keep all that alive, and I keep freedom alive as well. Freedom just to remind myself, freedom of expression, freedom of just being myself, yeah, that's that, And I just keep that going, and it keeps my eyes on the prize. You know what I'm saying? It keeps my eyes on the prize. And really it's just leveling up ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Leveling up ourselves. So I continue this progressive momentum, by plugging into people that I resonate with. So for instance, I remember on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all these different social media apps in school, in high school and in college and stuff like that. Everybody was on MySpace, everybody's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, you name it, And especially when you're at school, you're trying to follow everybody that you're going to school with. At least I was. I was like, oh, wow, they're in my grade, they're in my school, they're in my same class, they're in another grade, they're in another class, but I know them, I'm familiar with them, but you really don't know them like that, but you're just aware of their name. They may be going to the same school or whatever with you, and you just follow them just because, you know, it's a new thing, this whole social media thing, just trying to interact and socialize. And that's what I was doing. I was following a lot of people and having a good amount of followers. It's very reciprocal arrangement there, And then further on, as we grow out of certain people and certain things, we realize that, most of these people honestly don't even care. Most of these people aren't going to send you a message saying, how are you feeling today? Or, hey, let me help you out here. Or, hey, you can spend the night here. It's all right. You know, don't you don't have to walk home late in the dark or call an Uber or anything. I'll let you stay in our bed or something like that. Not a lot of them do that at all. Rarely any people reach out and call your phone, hit you up. You can leave your phone there days and you'll see who's really there. That's my point. And it's honestly the most realest people usually have a very select amount of true real friends. You don't need a whole lot. But my point is about social media and stuff is that, like, I detached and I unfollowed everybody. I unfollowed everybody and I started figuring myself out. I thought, oh, maybe I need to follow celebrities, and I'm like, nope. Then I really started to get deep, and I'm like, Then I started just connecting. Eventually now, I'm at the point where I have a lot of plant-based people I'm following. I'm connected with, at least on Instagram, and people I resonate with on YouTube. It's very small on YouTube. But on Instagram, it's still small too. But it's people I met out in real life who are plant-based vegans and stuff here in this area, and other people, other connections from those connections that are also plant-based vegans. Am I discriminating? No, I'm not. I'm just being a genius, because it's like, it makes sense to stay plugged into what you're going after around people that are vibrating and resonating on a similar and same frequencies as you. It doesn't mean the world revolves around us. It doesn't mean we're better than anybody. It's just staying focused. You know what I'm saying? Just like all these other groups out there, y'all in the Matrix. Y'all the ones that's really specialized in that whole thing. Oh, guess what? I play basketball. I can only be with the basketball players. Or, oh, guess what? I'm into politics, so I can only be with politicians. Or, oh, guess what? I'm into religion, so I can only be into people that come to church and Sunday school and on Wednesday nights with me. That's how people in the Matrix be. So I've felt very alone. I was left alone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm choosing to just continue to plug into people that choose me and that resonate on the same similar stuff that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously there's nobody like me, but I'm saying at least a common thread such as food choice. If you take the time and the self-love and the self-care to and have the discipline enough to go vegan, to go plant-based, that says a lot about you. It says that you care about yourself, you love yourself, and that will be, expressed our way. You know what I'm saying? So I just stay focused on that stuff, because our subconscious mind is what's running the show. So check that out. If you're on Instagram and you're lusting after women all the time, or you are just watching fights and violence 24/7, or you're just on it all the time, watching whatever. Like time's just going by. So at least plug into stuff that you really, really, really love in your life, like beaches, like nature, like plant-based foods. That's what it is for me personally. To be real with y'all, that's what it is for me, for real, for real. And that's what's helped me to stay on track, keep my eye on the prize, on the ball, and to keep me focused. And that's how I'm at where I'm at. That's how I'm growing at such an exponential rate, for real. Because you just focus, like tunnel vision to the max. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. And then, like, just stop holding the past against ourselves. Like, learn from it. Don't keep making the same things over and over again. And just make peace, that inner peace within yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's subjective to everybody. But for me, it's just like I learned that, hey, I'm barely starting, to be honest. I'm barely starting, to be honest. I'm very young, and I'm signed up to live a long life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for a long time. You know what I mean? So that means, like, I'm choosing to continue to be wise. So that's that. I just keep moving forward. Realizing that I'm not a victim. I'm not guilty, and I'm free. And realizing these things, it helps us to really get over some road humps that might have been holding us down for so long, some mental barriers to keep us moving forward, to really get into the flow of life, the waves, you know what I'm saying? And just noticing certain subtle vibes and expressions and just universal messages from the universe here and there when it just checks us to put us back in alignment, just the subtle things too, to help keep us going in that forward motion. The past is a memory, the future is a mystery. All we have is now. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Of course, none of us are perfect. Of course, the past is still there. Of course, so long as we're alive, the future is still coming too, So it's just awesome when we can just embrace this healthy integration of our cellular structure to just be fluid, to surrender to this whole divine alignment, divine purpose the universe has ordained for each and every one of us, all in a very special and unique way. So, by going out to the sun, going out in nature, exercising, good food, meditation, YouTube content, producing YouTube content, coming up with ideas, plugging in different things, and doing services, coming up with new service ideas, participating in different services. Like, it's just keeping the ball rolling. Sooner or later, you start picking up and you start learning, like, oh, okay, money is a tool. Money is a tool. It's neutral. I'm always welcoming as much money as possible, and at the same time, I'm aware to have a healthy relationship with it too. So with that being said, just understand subtle things about within ourselves too is important too. Like, that's a sacred personal thing. I can share this stuff, and I'm continuing sharing YouTube, and at the same time, like, whenever the cameras are off, the room is empty and it's just you alone, when it's just you alone, no significant other, no pets, no friends, no parents, no family, none of that stuff. When it's just you alone in your room or in nature too. I recommend nature as well. But that's when you can really hear yourself for once. You can connect with the universe, God, creation, nature, whatever you want to call it, Buddha, Allah, whatever you want to call it. You can connect with that there, because you don't hear everybody else. You don't hear, you're not on the phone, you're not listening to headphones. I'm saying where you just unplug from all that stuff, from your phone, from the headphones, from everything, from people, what I'm saying? Just be alone for a little while. And it helps out to really understand your truest, deepest voice, and you allow that to come to the surface, to be transparent, and to keep listening to that and keep digging deeper into your heart, you know, so that your heart continues to open and expand more and more, you know, because it's been shriveled up for so long. You gotta expand, you know, just like a smile, a contract. You're contracting, you know, we gotta expand. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm in it for the long run. Have an amazing day. It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live.